heck?
What the heck is my rinses?
Good morning.
Oh, good morning. I'm having a few
Goodness.
chair technical difficulties here. So you know what it is? It's my leg of my chair is banging into the leg of the table, and I'm not able to push myself forward. And I don't want to lean like this because my back already hurts enough this morning. I must have slept wrong last night. I got a stiff back this morning.
Dang it. I got a new pillow.
What kind of pillow did you get?
It's called a Coop pillow.
Coop?
And I just got it on Amazon. They have a couple different versions. They have one that's just like a normal pillow. And I got a lot of my family that pillow. And then I got a crescent shaped one that's made for back sleepers.
Side sleeper.
And then they also have one that's kind of got like a keyhole in it. I don't remember what that one was for. Anyway.
Oh, Coop.
Thumbs up.
C-O-O-P?
Uh-huh. Just on Amazon. It's a little expensive.
I don't care.
No kidding, because if it'll last you for a while. And then it comes with extra stuffing. So you can make it more stuffing if you need to or less. Anyway, yeah.
Oh,
yeah, I'm impressed. And Kate is too.
Oh.
Kate gives it 2 thumbs up. So.
2 thumbs up.
Yeah.
And that's all we have. So that's the best rating, right?
Good morning, Jordan. How are you?
Jordy.
We're a little late. Sorry.
Yeah,
we were running around.
We were, because I kept forgetting this that I needed to bring over to show you. And then there was that. And then there was, and I had to show Lizzie our second Saturday.
Oh, you guys. It's so good.
We had a little gal and her mama come in yesterday. They were so cute. And so they're new to the quilting world. And the little gal said she saw down at Nettles, one of the ladies that was down there was showing her block that she's doing from up here, a block of the month, she called it. So as we were talking, I thought, I don't think she's talking about a regular block of the month. I think she is talking about second Saturday. So I pointed up to the above the windows and I said, did it look like any one of those? She goes, yeah, that's it. I said, okay, that is second Saturday. Yeah. So then I was telling her about that, and they got so excited. Anyway, the mama has moved to California, and she's like, I'm moving back so I can come to this. Like, yep, we'll start a new one of those in October. This one's full. I can't accommodate anybody, but oh, I am so happy with it. I am loving it. It's good. I'm happy.
It's a different change from what we've done the last couple of years.
Oh, definitely.
And I love having a little switch up, you know.
So many people keep saying to me, what is this going to look like when we're done? They've
done that every year.
They have.
Yeah.
They have. So
especially when you threw that sun.
Oh,
2 years ago.
With the patriotic
and the basket. Oh, you had them all.
I know. They're like,
that basket.
That doesn't fit in with red, white, and blue. What are you doing?
Oh, that's so funny.
What are you doing? Oh, but we have lots of fun stuff.
We have lots of fun things today.
So I better stop giving your yammering and get on with it, right?
Where do we want to start?
Well, let's start. Okay, so first thing coming up is Friday, Saturday. Yes. We have our little UFO retreat.
And we have a few spots left.
We do have a couple spots left, so you could still come join us for that one. I have one of our gals that comes to second Saturdays told me I'm coming to that because I haven't done any of my blocks yet. So I'm going to work on those blocks. That's a good idea. I'm going to work on those blocks because she says I'll have you and Liz here to help me. Well, okay, we'll see about that.
Yes, Liz, you're coming. I'm so excited.
Yes, my sweet Elizabeth is coming. It'll be exciting to see her as well. So anyway, that's Friday, Saturday. 10 till to be determined. I've had a couple of ladies that would like to stay a little bit longer than 5. And I said, you know what? I can't stay with you till midnight because I'm old. Yeah. It's past my bedtime. But maybe 6, 7. Yeah. You know, we could stay a little bit long because I have a key to this joint. I sure do. So anyway, we would love to have you. It's $100 for both days. We'll serve you lunch. We have some really cute swag.
Yeah, we do. We've been working.
Oh, I got to go get a prize for our one game.
Oh, well, and we have to get a trophy. Shh. Oh, yeah, we got stuff. We got stuff.
You
Guess
know,
what to
this
do.
one here, she gives away secrets all the time.
It's fine. It's
It is.
fine. Well, that's not the prize though.
No, that is not the
It's
price.
not the price.
This
That's
is
playing
true.
the game.
That is not the price. That is not the price. So that
I
is
just need
this
my
weekend
Kleenex. Do you
coming
need
up.
your Kleenex?
I could use one. Old Lady Drippy knows, we always have that problem. And Liz is not even an old lady yet. I don't know
Well-
what she's going to do in 30, 40 years. When she gets to be my age, she's going to be in real trouble. There, I even used
You're
it.
not 40 years older than me.
No, that's true. Someday, well, today I feel like it with my old achy back. Okay. All right. So that's this weekend. And I this isn't this weekend, but I feel like while we're talking
Yes.
about upcoming events, we got to talk about this. Look at this cute
And it's going to be
flyer.
backwards, but we have
I'm
them
sorry.
here.
We do. And
And I'll link the
Look at
webpage
this.
so that you guys can find it easily too.
our sweet friend Sandy from Pine Needles does these amazing.
Pine Needles?
Yeah, Sandy from Pine Needles.
Oh, I didn't know Sandy. There was Sandy from Pine Needles and Sandy from
Clearfield. Yeah, we have
Well,
two Sandys.
Someone say.
So unsafe. Yeah. So our sweet Sandy from Pine Needles, she goes to so much work. She just does an amazing job for us. She makes up all of our flyers, and we thank Miss Sandy for that. Anyway, Shop Hop this year is April 24th through May 2nd. And you know what? I've been seeing posts on Instagram and stuff for it.
I'm excited.
It's going to be really exciting. And you know what? We're Elf.
I know. I'm so excited about that part.
I got to work on some fun things because there's going to be funny stuff going on. You know, there's always funny stuff going on at this place. So we're really excited. So Monday through Saturday, 10 to 6 every day. We are not open on Sunday. Thank goodness, because we all need a day of rest, right?
Yeah.
A little bit of a rest. Anyway, it's going to be really fun. There's some really fun themes. American Quilting is going to be Mary Poppins. Corn Wagon is The Little Mermaid. K&H is Forrest Gump. My girlfriend's quilt shop is The Greatest Showman. Pine Needles is Grease. Quilter's Attic is You've Got Mail. Quilts Etc. is Pirates of the Caribbean. I can see Pat running around with a patch on her eye. Oh, it could be matey. I'm going to tell her she has to say that to everybody that comes in, right? Quilted Beehive is Around the World in 80 Days. Sew and Save is Charlotte's Web, and we are Elf. So a lot of
A
fun.
good variation of
Yeah.
movies and stuff.
Oh,
It's going to be fun.
It's going to be really, really
I'm so
fun.
excited.
We're excited about that. So games, prizes. I'm sure there will be different store specials in every store.
Are they still doing the North and South extra price?
Yes, they are.
So if you all go all
And
the way to Corn Wagon to my girlfriends in Logan, either order,
you
it doesn't
get
matter.
a ticket. You need to make sure that you pick up a ticket at one
At the
shop
first store.
and then drop it off at the next one. And is that $200 or $250?
There's an
It's
extra
a
price.
lot. It's an extra price, and we're doing something else this year.
Oh,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah. So each store, so there are 10 stores. So do the math. And you're not too pretty to do the math on this one. It's real simple. There are 10 stores. Each one of us had to bring 10 fat quarters.
Oh.
So there will be another prize winner.
Oh,
I know.
That's a good
I
idea.
know. Another prize winner for that.
That's a really
Because
good idea.
this is our 25th anniversary. So that's like our 25th anniversary prize. So in addition to $250 gift certificate, the $100 gift baskets, the 25 stack of fat quarters that each store will be giving away.
Right.
That's in addition to all
Additional
of that
prize.
as well. So it's going to be really fun.
That's
The
exciting.
store owners are really excited. We had our last meeting before Shop Hop last Thursday, and we're excited, guys. It's going to be really fun. So that's coming up next month. I think we need to show Pretty Bird again.
Yes.
So last week, after we were finished with our Village Vibes, I go in my office and there's a box from our Sweet Beyond. Pretty Bird quilt was in it.
Yeah. It's an upcoming class.
It
And
is.
it's I'm gonna tell you the details
Here's Pretty
because
Bird. Look at that.
um
And this quilt is 56 inches by 56 inches, but our sweet friend Dion is making this quilt for one of her triplet daughters. She has triplets. Did you know Dion
you
has triplets?
told me that.
Oh,
That is
goodness. That's
crazy.
crazy. I don't know how you do triplets. You don't have enough hands for that.
I don't
You
either.
should have to have help,
But we
right?
want to show this
But-
too. We have a smaller version hanging in the store as well, but this is the one that the class is going to be.
Well, but she added, wait until I show you. Do I have it right side up
Yep,
or
you
not?
do.
Okay. All right. Look at this quilt, guys. And so here is what this quilt is going to teach us, help us with. it is curves, right? We are doing lots of little curves.
And she's
and
done
big.
yo-yos.
And she's done yo-yos in here, in these little ones here. And her daughter wants this on her bed. So she has added another border, which all she did is take these units here. She is so
Oh.
brilliant, you guys. And she's such a sweet, sweet lady. I love Miss Dion. And you know what? She's going to do a trunk show for us too.
Oh,
So it's a 2-day
good.
class. And so I'm thinking on Saturday, we'll have her do a little trunk show after we're done. She's written a book. I didn't bring the book over. I should have brought the book to tell you about. The Ultimate Binding
And finishing
and
guide or
Finishing
something?
Guide, I think is what it's
I
called.
think.
Oh my gosh, you guys. So she tells us how to do scalloped. She tells us how to do the piping look around borders. It is such an amazing, amazing book. This woman is brilliant.
I'm going to link her book for you.
Oh yeah, do it.
And
It's a really good book. It's a really
There's
good
that.
book.
And
full
then-
of lots of information.
yeah, let me tell you the details on the class.
Mhm.
So it's a 2-day class, which I love.
Me too.
It gives you time to our camera's a little wonky, sorry. It gives you time to get stuff done. You can go
Yes.
home, rest your brain, or sew
Yeah.
or whatever you want to do.
Because there's a lot of different kind of techniques in this, so it's good not to cram that all into just a 2-3 hour class.
Yeah.
I get overwhelmed sometimes.
So it's April 17th and 18th. That's a Friday, Saturday. Friday's 1 to 4, and Saturday's 10:30 to 1:30.
Mhm.
And and then we'll get that trunk show organized.
And
That's
how
a
much
fabulous
is that
thing.
class? It's
The class
reasonable.
is $50 for both sessions.
Okay.
So
it's so reasonable.
that's a really good deal.
And the information and the help that you're going to get from my sweet friend is amazing.
And they could leave their stuff here overnight.
Oh, absolutely.
So you don't have to pack
No.
up in between.
No.
And
no.
same with our retreat this weekend.
Yeah.
You can just leave the
Mhm.
stuff here
Mhm.
overnight. So
Mhm. Mhm.
that's
Mhm.
Pretty Bird.
Mhm.
That's exciting.
So this morning, I pick up my phone, and you have a notification from Instagram, right?
Okay.
So I turn it on. Yeah, everybody's always teasing me about my ADD. There's this woman, and she's got herself leashed onto the.
The dishwasher. I've seen a lot of those. They're pretty funny, aren't they?
Oh my gosh, I need a leash, probably. I don't know where you're going to tether me, but I might need a leash. It was hilarious. It was so good. So those are just a couple of the really fun events that we've got coming
Yes.
up very quickly. We always have all of our fun clubs and all of that. In fact, today is Julie's Wool Club, which
Oh.
is amazing. Her stitch, oh my gosh, that woman is just really good. Anyway, we've got lots of other clubs. We've got lots of other classes. So if you're wondering what any of them are, they're all listed on our website. You
Yep.
can go on there
Yep.
and take a
Here,
look.
and I'll just link our basic classes page so you can just jump on there.
There you
And it's something that's constantly changing.
go. Yes.
So look back often, but we try and highlight it in our newsletter. There's also an email that goes out. I think it actually went out this morning. That just highlights all the classes,
All
and
the
it's an
fun
automatic
classes.
email from our
Mhm,
system.
mhm. I was
So
gonna say, wait, what email?
we didn't.
Where's that tether?
We didn't send anything out.
We
So
did not.
no, but it did go out this morning. So anyway, there's just things that are constantly in motion. We're always trying to get new
Mhm.
teachers. We're always trying,
Yes.
and then also just reschedule our popular classes.
Yes.
So
And we've said this before, and we'll say it again. If there's a specific class that you would like to have us teach, or if you're a teacher and you have something that you
Yeah.
would, please get a hold of us and let us know, because we are always looking for new classes, new teachers, all the fun stuff,
all the things.
all the
So,
things, all the
It's
things.
just it's just been so much fun to have this space and be able
Oh,
to
I
just
love
kind of
this
have like
space. So good.
the world's.
What did we
an
do without
oyster.
this?
I know,
We were so crammed next door,
I know, and we did it, and we had fun, and
did.
it was just cozy.
real cozy, and we were so limited to the numbers that we could never have more than 12, and 12 was really
Yeah,
pushing
really pushing
it.
it.
Really pushing it.
And we
Over
had
here,
some different locations we tried,
Yeah.
and it was okay. It was just a lot of work to
get
haul
stuff,
stuff
over there and
over,
set
and
up. Mhm.
and this is just so much nicer. If you need something, the store's right here. You can
Mhm.
run right over.
I don't have to carry tables, chairs, ironing boards, irons.
Yeah. And I think
All
it's
the
nice
stuff.
for customers too who aren't taking the class. They still feel like they could shop.
Yes.
They're not interrupting
Mhm,
anything.
mhm, mhm.
Anyway, we love it.
We
So
love
if you
it.
haven't taken a class over here, please just come try
Come
something.
look at it. It's
And
amazing.
yeah, walk over and see. But
Mhm,
anyway,
mhm. It's
so
good. Okay, well, we actually have a little. It's also a little teaching day
yes,
today.
we're hoping
We're hoping
we can
We're
maybe
hoping.
teach you
We're
something.
hoping.
Jordan got the email, so good job,
Oh,
Jordan.
good job,
Thank
Jordy.
you.
Good job, Jordy. Thanks for letting us know, sweetheart. Okay, so I am doing this quilt that's kind of kicking my fanny. Oh, it's called Turn Back Time. Don't worry, Cher. Ain't nobody going to take your job, lady friend. But we want to talk a little bit about applique today.
Yeah.
And lots of different methods. So our two new little girls yesterday, I think I scared them to death because I was talking about needle turn applique, and the one mama's eyes got really big, and she's like, oh, I don't want to do that. I said, but here's the thing. You don't have to do needle turn.
No.
And if you want to do needle turn, I'm going to show you my favorite method. There are so many out there, you guys. There are so many different methods. So years and years and years ago, I called it the A word, and it wasn't a nice A word.
Yeah,
And I always loved turned under edges, right?
Yeah.
Needle turn applique.
Yeah.
But I tried so many different methods, and it wasn't clicking.
Mm-hmm.
It just wasn't working for me. And then Gina Kimball came to one of our little retreat things that we had with our Quilt Guild. And oh my gosh, it was like light bulb moment. It was like, I get it. I like it.
Yeah.
That method, and I got a really good compliment from her. First time I'd done it that way, she said, you are a natural at doing this.
Oh.
She said, that works for you. And I said, it does.
Yeah.
It does. I still have my first little teeny tiny thing that we were working on there. I did never turn it into anything, but that is my method of choice. If I'm going to do needle turn applique, it's called back basting.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. You can see maybe some lines on here. You can see few little pencil lines back there. So here's what I do. I draw the entire design on the back side of my main piece, on my background, right? Once I have that all drawn on there. Now, with any kind of applique that you're doing, you're going to start with your bottom layer first.
Okay.
Right? Okay. And then you're going to build on top of that. Whether you're doing back basting, you're doing lick and stick, I call it, steam a seam, whatever you're doing, you're going to put that back piece on there first. Mm-hmm. So my back piece was actually this red. So I took my red piece and I laid it on top of my fabric on the right side to make sure that that design covered all the area that I had drawn on the back. Once I have that done, I like to use a larger needle. I don't know what size this is. I just use a big needle, okay? It's just a fatter needle. You can't see that. See that? Yeah. Can you tell that's fat needle? Sure you can. No, probably not. But I like a fat needle, and the thread that's dangling from my fat needle, it's quilting thread.
So it's a little bit thicker and stiffer.
It's a thicker thread, and I don't know that the stiffer matters, but the thicker does. Because here's what happens with your fabric. Your fabric has a memory. So if I go along and I poke a hole in that fabric, it remembers. Oh, it almost acts like it's perforated a little bit, right? It's not, but it kind of is. It kind of is.
Well, the threads have been moved.
Right. So now when I go to really do that and I take my needle and I just scoop it right along the side there, it's going to turn that right under on that sewn line. So I take my needle and my thread, and on my back, and you guys, I love these. These are called Little House applique pins. They're really fine. I know you're not going to be able to see this, but let me just try and poke this right in here so you can sort of see. It's a really fine little needle.
Thread or pin.
Little pin.
Little
House applique pins. There's a pink head on that one.
And they're glass.
Mm-hmm.
Glass head.
Glass head pins. And so I will take that, and I've got that pinned around on my applique shape in a few spots, right? Then I take my fat needle and my fat thread, and I come to the back side, and I'm going to do a basting stitch. Now, not like the basting stitch that we used to do when we made clothes that are inch.
Yeah, but really,
right?
really big.
They're about it. I do about 1/8 of an inch, a little running basting stitch, all along that one piece that I'm going to be working
And that
on.
line that you've drawn.
And right on the line that I've drawn, right on that line. Then what I like to do is I like to let that sit. And usually I'll let it sit overnight or even a day or however long. Because if I'm to pull those threads out right after I put them in, it hasn't given my fabric long enough to remember there was a hole there. So I like to let that sit at least for a few hours. Sometimes I'll do it in the morning and then do the applique work at night. So I've let that sit now for a while. Now I'm going to come over to the front, and I've got, oh, wait, I skipped a stitch. I skipped a part. Okay, so once I've done my back basting on the back, I'm going to come over to the front, and I'm going to trim about 1/4 of an inch, between 1/8 and 1/4 of an inch. A little bit less by these points, because sometimes the points and the V's are where it gets a little bit tricky
I
for
agree.
us, right? Okay, so as I get up to a point, this is going to be closer. Years ago, I took a class from, her name was Rita Varoka. Oh my gosh.
Is she the flat?
She said to me, don't do that in your lap, which I still do, because I don't have a table that I'm sitting at.
Well,
I'm usually in my recliner.
or on the
or you're in
airplane or in a
right.
car.
Yeah, I don't
Or
have a
I mean,
table.
that's one of the reasons why we do handwork, is so that we can keep sewing while we can't sit in a machine.
With us, right? So now I take my scissors, and you know, I like the Karen K. Buckley serrated
me
scissors
too.
because it grabs a hold of your fabric. It just helps
it just
you
doesn't
trim
slide.
so much. It doesn't. So I take my scissors, and I'm going to trim all the way around my piece. Okay, now I am going to come along on my front side, and I am going to clip that basting stitch about every 3 to 4 stitches, but I am only going to clip that as far as I know I'm going to be able to work right then. So if I've only got maybe 10 minutes that I can work, I am not going to do the whole thing, because once I've clipped those fibers, they have a memory. They relax. Back up. They do. So I am only going to clip as much as I know I can work on right then. Okay. Now, any of your work that is underneath, you don't need to turn that. There's no need, because that adds more bulk there. Yes, that's true. It's covered. Yep. So why make a great big bump in there when you don't need to? Okay. So I am only going to turn. I'm going to leave my basting stitches in that part until I'm done with that, though. I'm not going to take these basting stitches out that were around where the red's underneath. I'm going to leave that there. Okay. So now I'm going to clip. Then, you guys, my favorite needles that I like to use. Okay, the needles are a real preference. Some of us like larger needles. Some of us like smaller needles. These are my favorite needles to well, I have 2. I love the Roxanne applique needles. I really like those 2. Okay. These are tulip. And I know, again, we're going to be backwards. But this is a tulip applique.
Is it a number 10?
It is a number 10. Big eye.
I'm going to link these.
Big eye. Because my eyes are not so great anymore either. So it is a tulip applique needle number 10 big eye. I love these. There's a little tiny bit of flex in the needle, which I like. So when I'm going down and I come back up, it just kind of bends just a tiny bit. But I feel like with these, I am able to just take little tiny bites. Don't look at all my strings on the back, but you can kind of see my stitches are pretty small. I like small stitches on my applique. I feel like it keeps all of those edges tucked under a little nicer, so there's no pokies coming out. And so I am only going to take out those stitches as far as my thumb can hold. Okay. So I take my needle and I just swoop. This is not the right needle, but pretend it is. I just take my needle and I'm just going to swoop that right down. Okay. And then I am just going to come up right on the edge of my applique, just right on the edge of my fold. I'm going to take a little teeny tiny stitch, move on to my next one, tiny stitch, and just keep right on it going.
Yeah. And someone mentioned to me a long time ago, they said you're kind of trying to make the two fabrics meld. You know,
Yes.
it's a little different than a seam that we sew with our sewing machine.
Right.
And so, anyway, so the tinier stitches, the better. But, you know,
Mhm.
don't go too crazy because you could spend years on it if you're doing too crazy. But
Like I do. And then some. So I'm often asked, what color thread do you use? I've been doing this long enough that I could use Jen Kingwell's. I could use one color on my whole applique thing. And so Jen Kingwell has, I forgot the number of it. She calls it Granny Knickers Pink.
Isn't it about that color?
Yes, it is exactly that one. I can't remember the number of it. I probably should have looked. It is kind of a dusty rosy. You would not believe that. I can't get it out of the way. I'll show you my threads. That's my little thread case.
Okay. So you've got options.
You got options
in your collection.
But this color, where can I put it so that you can kind of maybe see the color? I can't hold it sideways. I'm going to do this. You see that
just
color?
A dusty.
Yeah, it's almost a fleshy kind of a sort of a color. It's just a dusty. It's almost a brown mauve.
Yeah.
Almost
I think that's a
brownie mauve. So I could use this color for everything that I'm appliquing and you wouldn't see it. But I've been doing it for a long time. So my stitches are pretty small. I can control that pretty well. However, when people are just starting this and they ask me, okay, I need to match my background color, right?
Not your background.
Not your background color. Match your applique color. That's what you want to match. So on this one, I did red, yellow, and green. Those are the only colors that I used on there. Now, I do like a finer thread. However, if I don't have that finer color thread, I'll use an Aurifil thread.
Okay.
Which this is an Aurifil. This is a 50 weight Aurifil that I just showed you from Jen Kingwell. I do really like the Aurifil 80 weight thread, though.
Yeah.
It's just, it's fine. It's nice. Years ago, and I probably still have a bunch of it. Years ago when I first started, silk thread was the thing that we used.
Oh, my mom got some silk thread actually not too long ago.
Silk thread will kind of just melt into it. The problem with silk thread is it wants to kind of tangle a little bit on you, and it really wants to shred. So you have to be careful. When you're appliquing, I recommend no longer than from your fingertip to your elbow.
Okay,
that's a long enough strand, because too much more, and I know you end up threading your needle a little bit more, but too much more than that, and you start getting knots, and it starts fraying because you're only using one strand. Right?
Okay.
I only use one strand of thread. That's plenty on this kind of applique work. So, we will in the future at some point have another needle turn applique class.
Yeah.
I might just do that.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
About me. I'm
I
kind
think
of crazy.
we need to.
Anyway, I'm so excited. Do you know I only have 3 more blocks for turn back time,
That
and then I can put it.
Is exciting.
Oh, it's so beautiful.
And I think that is a good point to bring up about some applique quilts, is they are a longer process typically.
Oh, definitely.
Because it is just handwork. I mean, if that's all you do all day, every day, maybe you're just really quick at it. But
do you have days you could do that?
No.
I don't think most of us do.
Yeah.
I think most of us, it's here and there. And here's what I love, another thing about the needle turn applique. I have 1 speed.
Normally, yeah.
Just 1 speed.
Just ADHD speed.
Pretty much.
ADD speed.
All of the things. Go, 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 go. Right? Sometimes we need to allow ourselves a little bit of time to just
slow down.
Just slow down. Just slow down. I love the whole slow stitch thing that's going on. Because I think sometimes when you just go, 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 you might at some point start to not really love what you're doing as much.
That's true.
So that's another reason why I love to do hand binding, because it forces me to just sit there and just do it.
Slow down.
Right?
But you're still doing something. You're still productive.
Oh, I can't just sit.
Yeah.
Well,
I can sometimes, but
no.
I think a lot of us just get antsy just sitting there or whatever.
It's a
we
waste
want
of
something.
time.
Yeah, we want to be productive. We want to feel productive,
doing
and this is still really productive. So anyway, if you're getting an applique project, if you're new at it or whatever, Pick something small, pick
Yeah,
something
yes,
doable.
yes,
Take
yes.
a class, find a friend or a neighbor or a
Mhm.
mother or an aunt who's really good at it. Have them teach you, do something, because there's a lot of different methods, and
Find yours that works for you,
yes,
right?
yes,
Right.
and you probably are going to have to practice for a minute until you
Oh,
figure
I
out
know.
if it works for you.
So poor little Donna, she just gets so discouraged. So she says to me, "Mom, look at my applique, but don't judge." I said, "I'm not judging."
Yeah.
And she's like, "So I want mine to look better." I said, "You just have to continue
You
to
have to
do
practice.
it." So same when we first started quilting. Oh,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But look at where you are now. Right?
So my mom did Afternoon Delight, which is a huge applique.
It's in my
which,
office.
yes, it's hanging behind Fran's
Mhm.
desk in her office, which we have a lot of people who see it. It's gorgeous.
Mhm.
And it's smaller applique blocks. I think they're 6 inches? No,
Mhm.
maybe
Mhm.
they're 6
Mhm.
inches.
Mhm.
And there's a
Mhm.
bunch
They're
of them. And
6.
so my mom said, well, when I started that, I wasn't as good as when I finished that, because
Right.
that's a lot of practice.
It's a lot of
She
practice.
took it because she knew she had a lot of projects coming, or a lot of like trips
Time.
and stuff
Yeah.
coming up. And it took her several years to finish.
Mhm.
And it is just beautiful. But
Yeah, it's
anyway.
a Sue Garman pattern. So you can Google Sue Garman. Come Quilt is her pattern company. Sue has passed away, but lucky for us, her daughters have continued. Because her stuff is timeless. It's just classic.
Oh, yeah.
It will be around for as long as
Forever.
those girls want to do it. Yeah, it's gorgeous. But Google it. Look at that quilt. If you
So,
haven't
yeah.
seen it in my office.
Take the time. Now, I am better at what I say than what I do, because I don't love applique, but I don't have a lot of time, and my
Yeah,
evenings
you do
are
not.
not
You
mine.
have stuff still going on in the evening.
Yeah.
Kids are still wrestling. They're still.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still very much
your
in
homework,
the homework and
right.
dinner and bedtime and all those things. And so, actually, I told my mother-in-law yesterday. I says, "Why work the swing shift?" Because
you do.
You kind of do.
Kids are in
Kids
the
are
day
in
when
school.
they get home. That's your time to be with them and work. That's when you're mom.
But
Yep.
applique is beautiful. I love it. It's just not for me exactly. But I have found a method that if I have to do it, I have kind of enjoyed this method.
Yes.
Now, I'm going to show you some pieces that I've been doing, and I'm going to
So
link
pretty.
a tutorial. It's from Amy McClellan at Under the Garden Moon. And I love this template method that she uses. So she makes cardboard templates and pre-turns all of her fabric. It takes time.
It does.
It's not a quick process.
So do you use the starch when you do
Yes,
that around
yes,
the edges?
I do use the starch. So I'm linking her tutorial on that, and she'll show you how to do this. I didn't use that method to turn these pieces, but I used a different method. I think I still prefer Amy's method, but a little bit better. The method I used here is Lori Holt's method, where she actually sews it to interfacing, and then does a turn. And it's okay. I think my pieces look okay.
I think they look
but
beautiful.
It takes, I don't know. Anyway, it's just
it's one more step.
And I had some little finicky pieces. The bigger pieces were great.
Oh, yeah.
But the little finicky pieces were pretty difficult. So anyway, so I pre-turned it and got them so that they were the right shape. And then I glued them down with a little bit of Roxanne glue basted. Not a lot. I mean, I'm not, doing full glue. Just drops every little bit. So all that does is hold it long enough for me to do the next
get
step.
It stitched down.
And then I take, I love monopoly thread. And so this is, you don't like it? So this is what I've used. So this is a polyester thread.
Okay. Here's why I got a bad taste in my mouth. Superior makes an amazing. This is really a good one. When I first tried it 100 years ago, it was that stuff that was stiff,
like fishing wire.
Yes, it was. And I hated it. I could never get my tension on my machine to do it right. Now, if you are using this, don't put it in your bobbin.
See, I can use it in my bobbin. I don't use it in my
fancy.
top or I don't use it in both. I use it in my bottom or my top, but I don't use it in both.
I've had people come in that have tried to use it in both, and it doesn't work in their bobbins.
I don't think I've ever, but I can
You
use it
can
in my
use it in
bobbin,
bob-
and I
okay,
use
good
it in
to
my
know.
bobbin when I machine bind, or when I machine bind. I
Okay.
use it in my bobbin all the
Then you
time.
don't see it in the
You don't
back.
see it on the
Right.
back.
And then you don't know if you stayed on the line or not.
Yeah, exactly.
She's brilliant.
So,
It's why she keeps me around, because she's brilliant.
but check I mean, it's worth testing with your machine, and
Yeah,
all machines
yeah,
are kind
see,
of a little bit
Yeah,
different,
see,
but
and if you're having trouble with it in your bobbin,
that might be the problem. Your
Mhm.
machine might not just
But
like it.
if you're using the mono on top, I would use a thinner thread in your bobbin.
Yes. So that's what I
Definitely.
brought
Mhm,
these.
mhm.
They're
Which is
called Super
Super
Bobs,
Bobs.
and they're just a thin, the
Mhm.
60 weight
Mhm.
thread. I probably could use my 80 weight that I've got.
Yes, you could.
But
I think you
we
could.
sell these by the bobbin, and
Mhm.
so you can just come in and buy, a really
See how that
generic
works.
color.
Yeah.
Now this is a polyester thread. If it's really heated, it will melt. So you need to be careful with that.
And don't do all your applique work and then have it melt off.
Yeah. I actually haven't ever had it melt, but I know that it's possible. So
Mhm,
the monopoly comes in two colors,
mhm.
the clear and the dark. This one's for darker fabrics. This one's for, lighter fabrics. I would say even on most darker fabrics, I'll lay out the thread on the fabric and kind of decide. I probably use this
More.
75% of
Yeah.
the time and this 25% of the time.
Mhm,
But I don't
mhm,
use it
mhm,
often anyway, honestly.
mhm,
But
mhm.
then I just run it around, and you probably really can't see because it's
'Cause
monopoly.
it's invisible.
And but the back you might be able to see. And I just do a blanket stitch on my machine. Now there's a couple different machine stitches I could probably use on your machine. So play around with what your machine offers, what you like, and play around with the different options on your machine. Wider, narrower, longer stitch, shorter stitch, and kind of I always have, when I'm doing something like this, I always have just a scrap fabric that I'm just kind of playing around with stitches and seeing if I like it.
And write it down.
Yeah,
Take
that's a good
little
point.
note.
I take a picture.
Oh, there you go. Of your settings.
Of my settings on my phone.
That's even better.
So-
See, some of us are old and we don't remember how to do all that stuff. But yeah, because then when you go to your next one, you don't have to stop and think, now wait, what setting did I really like that on? You've already got it.
Yeah.
Mhm,
And on some of
mhm.
these, I would stitch a little bit, even though I tested it and I went, still not liking it, and I adjusted. I wouldn't go back and fix it.
No.
But anyway, so I just went around, and this is a slower process as well.
Yes, it
So
is.
it
Yes, it
was
is.
a slow process, and I just went around and stitched around all of these. I think they look pretty
I
good.
think they're beautiful.
Just again, my first block wasn't as good as my last block because I was practicing.
Right.
But they're going to be fantastic. So,
They're
and you
so
really
pretty.
can't see. I mean, you can kind of, if you're close, you really can. But
Now, doesn't Kim Deal do a little tiny zigzag on the edge of
you were
hers?
telling me that, but I
I-
haven't
I
seen
think
much of her stuff.
I think it is. Look at what Kim Deal does too, because I think she also uses the monopoly thread, but I think she does a little tiny zigzag around the edge of hers. I think Laurie has done a few with that method, and
Okay.
I think it's a little zigzag. I might be lying, but Kim Deal does it a little bit different as well.
Yeah.
So many different options out there. Let's look at Susan's beautiful
So
one
this
here.
one is so different because she wants her blanket stitch to show.
Look
And
at
this one, I hope you can see it's variegated thread that's here. I don't know if you'll be able to
you
see it.
see?
Oh, I hope you can.
Can you see? Let's see, which one are you?
This one right here.
You know
Do you
what?
think there's
It
a
might
better
show up right, maybe on that darker one. Does it show up a little bit?
Oh,
better
yeah,
in the
it
dark?
does.
There you go. So this is our sweet friend Susan that's done this one, and she used. I'm not sure what this thread is that she used on here, but some of it is blanket stitched, but on her. So she's done a combination. So you don't have to do the whole thing.
That's true.
The same.
That's a good point.
So on her vines that she's done the bias bars to do that.
Oh, yeah, she has.
Mhm. Now, if you're doing something that's curvy, you are going to have to do that on the bias.
Yes.
because if you're just doing it straight, it's not gonna.
You won't get it.
You won't.
It won't curve.
So, but isn't that gorgeous? Look
It's
how
beautiful.
pretty that is. Isn't
So
it
this
so pretty?
is and one of the reasons why I wanted to show this, we just have this displayed in our Village Next Door right now. But this is just cotton fabric.
Yep.
And she's done the beautiful applique but I wanted to show that you don't have to have your stitches disappear.
Right.
You can take advantage of, hey, it's going to show, and let's just add that as part of the design.
Just have it show.
So,
because a lot of times people will, this is done on a machine, but a lot of people will blanket stitch by hand,
yes.
and you want that to show. If you're going to go to all the work to do something like that, you do want it to show. Liz's looks more like it's needle turned. This is not needle turned. Now, what I would tell you is, if you're going to if you're not going to turn a cotton, I would suggest that you use the steam a seam or any fusible. It doesn't have to be steam a seam. And if you're doing steam a seam, do the 2 light is my preference. You want to use a lighter one because you don't want a lot of bulk adding in there. And so if you're not turning your edges under, I would suggest that you do that, because then your edges aren't going to fray. Even if you're doing a blanket stitch and it's fairly close, your edges can still fray out.
And a lot of times that's called raw edge applique. And sometimes the frayed look is what they're going for. And so there is that option as well. I think on a lot of our finer pieces, the raw edge is kind of never what you're looking for. You know what I mean? So, so we've got 2 more things to show, I think.
Okay. Well, let's show this one first, because this is still another cotton one. This is another option. Our sweet friend Annalie made this quilt for us.
Yeah, and we have this for sale right now. So, I want to show you.
Let me get up close. So she actually did this on her embroidery machine.
And it's a
satin stitch. You don't have to, I don't know that one shows very well. Is there a better one that might show better? Let's see. Does this one show up a little better?
Well, she used
a
lot of matching thread.
A lot of matching thread on that. But maybe you can kind of see there's a satin stitch. Yeah, that green one shows. So she did it on her embroidery machine, but you could use your regular machine in almost every machine.
Let's show the whole quilt.
Oh, let's do. It's really a pretty
This is
quilt.
called Forever Flowers. This is a block of the month. It's available now, though. And
it's a Nancy Halverson pattern and her fabrics. So Nancy is a local gal. She's a nice lady, a very nice lady. She's been around for a minute, kind of like me. And so anyway, it's really a pretty one. So we do have a block of the month, and I think, Christiane, did we make complete kits of this one too? Yes, we did.
So we have complete kits available of this one.
Did.
So this is, we just wanted to show you though this satin stitch, because it's another way of doing it. And if you have a machine that will do it and you don't like anything hand, take advantage of what your machine can do. And it's beautiful. And that's another one where you could match your thread to the fabric, or you could use it as an accent if you wanted, whatever you want. But we love that we had that example to show you as well. So I'm going to link that.
So many different options for appliques. So, and like I said,
and we have not covered them all.
Oh gosh, no. There's so many. And you can, like we showed you on Susan's, you can mix. So she's done some that is kind of needle turned, some that's on the machine. So you could mix methods in your quilt, but I would recommend that you just, kind of play around with a few different ones and see what you like. Now, this last one that we're going to show you, this is wool applique. And wool applique is another way fun thing. You don't have to turn
You don't have, I do like that.
But it does, you do need to felt it, right?
You
want to make sure that your wool is felted.
I don't felt it. Fran felts it
I
for
felt
me.
it for her. I do.
Well, she felts everything in our store.
Yeah. All of our wool that's out for sale has all been felted, because once you felt that wool, you can do anything you want with it. This can be thrown in the washing machine now, because nothing else is going to happen to it. So I don't know if any of you have ever maybe accidentally washed a wool sweater
Washed a sweater and it came out the size
for
for.
your toddler. Oh, that used to be mine. Well, here, my
Haven't we all
2-year-old.
done that? Come on, we've all done that,
Let's
right?
be honest here. We may have done that. So if I'm, and and Julie says she doesn't care if hers is felt or not because she's never going to wash them.
It's true, but I just don't think you can say never.
And the other thing is, if it's not felted, it can unravel a little bit, right? So when I'm working with that, now some wools are a tighter weave than others.
Yeah, they're all
but
done differently.
once they've been felted, that's going to tighten all those fibers up, and
Just
it
kind
is
of
not.
cements it together.
It does. It's not going to come out. But so for this little applique, my favorite, wool applique. Some people love to use fusible. Some do not. Julie doesn't like fusible on her. She likes that puffy look. I like flat.
I do
I like
fusible.
flat.
Well, it's
I
just
fuse it down.
it just stays, so it's just
It
easier
does.
to handle.
It
for me.
does. I don't have to pin it now. I don't have to glue it. It's where it needs to be.
Yeah.
So I do that. Again, same thing when you're doing wool applique. You're going to still start on that bottom layer and build up from there.
Yes.
Right? Because you want all of those seams to still be back behind. So on this one, I just did blanket stitches all the way around my shapes. I don't know that you can see that or not.
I think you can.
But I just blanket stitched around all of my shapes. And then I came in afterwards and I did some little fancy stitches here and there on it.
To do like for your
Yep.
little carrot
For
tops,
my carrot
and your
tops
little
and
flowers.
Yep.
It's so sweet.
Yep,
I love
yep,
what
yep.
you've done here in the little wings.
Yeah.
Those are so
it's
cute.
Feather stitch. I
Yeah.
have to stop and think how to do that every time I do it though. But
Well, yeah, and I don't know hardly any stitches, but I can make some stuff up every once in a while.
Heck yeah. So my very favorite threads when I am working on wool are the Valdanis, and I like the number 12, the size 12, because I don't want it to be heavy and globby, right? I just want it to sit there and look pretty on whatever I'm working on. So the Valdanis, and I love their variegated ones, but sometimes you just need a solid. They have both. I love the variegated ones. You could use embroidery threads, wool threads. Oh my goodness, I was going to grab one of the spools of wool threads next door. Julie made me buy a bunch of wool thread.
Good.
So Valdani makes a really nice wool thread. So we've brought a bunch of those colors into the store as well. And embroidery thread, Valdani. I mean, you could even use regular threads on your wool applique if you
I've never
wanted to
done
do that. Yes, you certainly could.
I haven't done a ton of wool, but we do have a pretty good wool selection. We always have some wool kits. They're beautiful. We have the wool club today. So if wool is something you're interested in, again, a great travel thing.
Good.
Now some people are allergic to wool, so they can't do that.
Do you know what I've had people tell me though? Once wool has been felted, it's not as scratchy. It's not as itchy. Now some people that are extremely allergic to it
can't do it.
I've had people saying even if it's felted, I can't touch that or I break out in hives. I do have one lady that wears gloves though because she loves it so much. She wears gloves. Now I can't do anything with I can't even garden with gloves. I hate it.
Yeah.
I don't feel like I can.
You don't have very good dexterity. I don't think I could sew with it for sure.
No.
But the other nice thing for wool with me is you can do very small projects or very big projects. And we've got an adorable little wool quilt. We've got lots of options around the store. But anyway, come see. So hopefully, Jennifer says, okay, let's see. Jennifer, you says that's why Steve doesn't do laundry anymore.
Did he shrink your sweater, Jennifer?
that's
I bet that's what that one is about. Yeah.
And she says Sue Spargo has a great embroidery book for wool.
Sue Spargo's. Yeah. Wonderful. Oh yeah. And Sue's got some amazing variegated ones. We did one of her little Rock of the Month
Christmas tree one. What was that called?
Christmas tree.
I don't remember the name of that one now.
What was it?
Tinsel.
Yes, tinsel. We
That
did
was
that
so
one.
sweet.
And the threads that went with that. I signed up to do it.
You taught a class, kind of, didn't you?
No, Julie did.
Oh,
that was Julie. I just was trying to.
Anyway, so
But yeah,
there's so many
lots
different
of beautiful
options.
threads.
And,
So many threads. So many threads. So,
and
but
if you love applique or don't love applique, it's okay.
it is.
But
it
maybe try something new just in case it might be something that you
try some different methods. Like I said, before I found Gina's back basting, I had tried so many different methods, and
you know, I just had a thought for a future thing. We should talk about some really good habits for when you are hand stitching. Like the
Get your
stand
legs
for your
up.
get your
Get
leg.
your
We've
legs
got we'll
up
do that
even.
another day.
Yeah.
But yeah,
With
there's
any
a lot
kind
of
of
options.
handwork.
Yeah.
Any kind of handwork, because that'll take that pressure off your lower back.
Yeah.
Our friend Amy taught us that too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I've linked a bunch of stuff that we've talked about, some
Mhm.
products that we've talked about. I linked that tutorial for Amy's method, which is kind of my favorite method. If you want to look at the Lori Holt method, do a quick search on that. There
Mhm.
are some things I really
Kim
liked
Deal.
about that method.
Mhm.
Kim Dill is a
Kim
big
Deal.
one. Sue Spargo. Go find all those people on
Yeah,
Instagram or
And look at
Facebook.
those, and then just do a small little tiny. I mean, it doesn't even have to be a project. Like, get yourself a piece of fabric, 2 pieces of fabric. Try that method. See
Yeah.
what you think, and you're gonna come. And like Liz said, though, don't expect to just pick it up and have it look like Rita Varoka's stuff
Right.
that wins amazing awards for her work. She's so good. But try some different methods and just see. And something is going to feel more comfortable to you than maybe some of the others. And I say, take that technique and build on it, and just practice, and just, and don't be too hard on yourself. If you end up with pokies or it's not perfect your first time, go look at your first quilt that you ever made. I guarantee you that one's not going to be perfect either. So there you go. There you
Okay. Well,
Okay.
I think we need to be done.
I think we do, because my fabric rep just got here. I'm going to order motor with my Jamie this
That's
morning.
exciting.
Yeah,
More
that's
fabric.
exciting. More fabric. Always more fabric.
Well, next week,
It's
exactly how we're going to do Village
We don't
Vibes
know
is
yet.
up in the air, but something will
Something
happen. We'll figure it out,
We'll figure
and
it out.
it's going to be fantastic.
It is. It is. It is. So have a great week this week, guys. Enjoy your week, and be nice to each other. Be really nice to yourself. Do something for you that you want to do this week, and enjoy the 80-degree days.
Yes, it's
In
going to
March.
be so beautiful.
I'm
just
going to
got
go find me a new bikini.
I got a new chair for my back patio, and I'm so excited.
Ooh, you can
It's
go Sunday, will you?
fantastic.
Oh, no.
No, it's just in the
Just gonna
shade,
sit
but I'm
out
just going to sit there and enjoy
the
it
outdoors.
until the mosquitoes find me, and then I'll
I
leave.
know.
So.
That's the bad thing about getting nice weather. Is
Oh,
those...
Brian said hi from London,
Oh,
by the way.
Oh, Brian
So.
in London. Hi, sweetheart. Okay, everyone. We'll see you again next week. Take care. Bye now.
Bye.